Hey guys, it's Holly and I've recently somehow stumbled into the world of army building. So today I wanted to take a look at the brand new LEGO Star Wars Clone Trooper Commander Station minifigure pack thing, which is set 40558. Now these unfortunately seem to be mostly LEGO exclusive and have a very strict product limit of like one in person, at least in North America, not here in Australia, which is great for me, and like 5 online or something. So it's very hard to sort of build your army, and considering this has mostly been one of the first clone trooper sort of battle army building things in a while, it's very desirable at the moment. So far I've purchased 4 of these and I currently don't plan on buying any more, but then again we'll see how that goes. But let's go and have a look at it. Here is the Clone Trooper Commander Station all built up, and overall for a minifigure pack, the builds are very substantial. I feel like there's a lot more to them than I'd sort of typically expect. Then again, there's quite a lot of minifigure packs that come with 4 figures and not just 3, even licensed ones, specifically I think of Harry Potter. However, there are also some that just come with 3 minifigures, and the one that comes to mind mostly is the Batman one. Then again, that one's builds did not compare to what I think you get here, but before we take a look at them, let's have a look at the 2 minifigures. So our first minifigure is the Clone Trooper Commander, and this is the exact same minifigure that was featured in the UCS Republic gunship last year, so there's nothing new or unique about him, and he's honestly probably the reason why that whole don't put minifigures in like super expensive sets if they're really desirable statement came out, because I imagine LEGO thought that a lot of people really wanted this figure, which I guess is somewhat true, but I personally would have preferred just another regular clone in a set like this so that I could have 3 of the same ones and like easily army build rather than have 2 of one and then just like 1 unique one. Then again, I don't think the demand for this minifigure was as high as Commander Cody or Jedi Bob, which I still would have loved to have seen in a poly bag, and definitely in this set, like I said, I would have preferred just another regular clone trooper. Speaking of regular clone troopers, in this set you do get 2 of them besides that orange clone commander, and I really like the design of these clones. I love the fact that there's leg printing this time around. I think it adds a lot, and I really hope that this figure appears in a lot more sets in the future so that it is easier to build your army, because when these sets are a limit of 1 per person, also being LEGO store exclusives, it makes it really hard to buy multiples. Luckily I was able to pick up 4, so I do have a sort of moderate army of these guys, and for me that is enough. But if you do want to get more of them, you are probably going to have to find a LEGO store and go very frequently, or pay an exorbitant amount on like Bricklink or eBay. So starting off with this mini pack, we have this tiny little weapons display which has 2 blasters attached to the back, both with candlestick pieces at the end to sort of nerf the gun, I imagine, which looks pretty neat. At the front as well, you do get one of those green printed panel pieces, which I love the look of. But besides that, this build is pretty basic, but honestly it works for something like this, so I don't really mind. And the second and final build of this minifigure pack is honestly incredibly substantial for a minifigure pack. I mean, we did sacrifice an extra minifigure for a bigger build, which is kind of frustrating, but at least it does seem like a lot of value. I did see someone as well put multiples of these inside the UCS Republic gunship, and honestly, it looked incredible. They worked really neatly with it. Overall, I love the design of this model. I love the color scheme used. The dark red looks incredible, and these curved pieces as well at the front are really neat. You get a lot of these printed panels on the inside as well, which you can sort of see looking past our clone commander here, who of course doubles as a pilot. I'm sorry, I had to make the reference. But as you can see, the build is made up of a lot of different slope pieces to sort of angle off and tail off the back and the front, mostly using the same pieces repeated just to sort of keep those like part usage down in LEGO's case, which I think works in this case. The design is pretty neat. It makes for a really cool vehicle, and I'm really interested to see if these would fit in a more play scale set gunship, so hopefully LEGO releases one of them later this year. I mean, just judging by the fact that this pack is out and there are still a lot of unnamed sets at the time of recording, I'm hoping that this is the case. Overall, I feel like for a minifigure pack, this set does have a lot to offer. Both of the builds work really neatly. There are a lot of accessories. I love the fact that there are multiple different types of blasters. I think that's really cool. The minifigures as well are amazing. I just wish that it was 3 clones and not sort of one of the orange ones from the gunship and then just 2 regular clones. That's just a personal preference. I'm not sure if many other people will think the same though. The bad part for me though is that I feel like this would have been better off as a battle pack, actually having 4 minifigures, and then you could have had 3 clones and 1 of the orange clones and probably still had these builds and just sort of build it up a tiny bit more. Maybe even have like a tiny side build. I feel like it just sort of would have justified the price a tiny bit more, because I feel like considering the Hoth Snowtrooper battle pack isn't too far off from a price point of view, and also is just a lot more accessible to buy than these, you're probably better off leaning towards the Snowtroopers than the clothes from a value perspective. If these minifigure packs were more widely available, I probably would think differently, but with the product limits on it and it being a LEGO exclusive for the most part, it just makes it incredibly hard for the average fan to go and buy these sets. The price point as well is very expensive. But otherwise, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below, and until next time, I'll see you later.